Newer businesses and the government are gearing up to review a proposal for an alternative shipping option. A different approach by government to direct a new business interest to the private sector or for their discussions before decision on whether to support an alternative shipping proposal has been welcomed by the private sector. Jaws South Pacific proposed to service Niue with a different method of shipping, and according to Director of Jaws, Wayne Harris-Dorr, South Pacific wants to assist the island.
A few months ago I had a number of Niueans approach me over the cost of freight from New Zealand to Niue. So I guess I've been looking at options to see how we can get a better way of doing it, to see if we can get the cost down.
But how important is it, looking at the system that you're proposing to use for Niue and what we have been having for the last however many years?
Well, part of the issue is the ship type. I mean, the shipping service you have now is reliant on it going to other countries. So it's reliant on going to Tonga or going to the Cook Islands to come here, and that's the normal way it happens. What I'm proposing is to have a ship dedicated to Niue that just goes Auckland, Niue, Auckland, and so therefore it's unreliant on any other Pacific port. But with that, of course, there has to be some change in the way it's done, and I'm suggesting that we get away from containerisation into a palletisation type method, which in fact means that you can eliminate a lot of costs of moving the freight, and those cost removals can be passed on in savings to the importers of goods, be it the businesses or the private individuals.
Mr. Harris-Dorr also said an alternative option is good for the island, and he hopes the island will support the idea.
I think what I would say is people want change in terms of price. I mean, the price of freight to this country is high in relation to other areas. What the meetings have been about is trying to explain how to get those savings and with that change. So I guess people are always nervous about change, and you're always going to have people that question change, and that's just human nature. But I think at the end of the day, Niue has to decide if it wants to look forward for economic growth. It can only do it if it can reduce its costs. I potentially see that for the major customers, the outcome may be neutral to what they've got now, but certainly for the smaller players, there are huge and significant savings to be had. So if you look at the impact on the economy overall, that's where you'll get the impact in terms of savings across the whole country, not necessarily just one segment of it.
Mr. Harris-Dorr has had numerous visits to Niue over the past years and was also involved with the initial setup of the Waia Nonu Farm.